Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Meridy again, and I am here with another video for our Kill a Kit series where I am giving you creative ways to use up the last bits and pieces of your kits, even if it's just down to a few embellishments or barely any paper, what have you. So if you are tuning in for the first time, you might want to check the playlist that I will link in the description of this video, because that will have the entire series linked for you and you can start at the beginning. And since this is International Scrapbook Day 2024, all of the products that I'm using and the kits that I'm using today will be marked down on our website for the first week of May of 2024. So if you're watching this in the first week of May of 2024, you might want to go check out if you like any of these kits, because they're all on sale and you don't need a coupon code or anything. The sale price is on the website. So, and at the time I'm filming this, there are plenty of these kits available. So we'll just jump right in. Right now I am working with the holiday baking kit, and that was a page kit which came with printed instructions and videos, which I will link in the description of this video, to put together 2 double page layouts. And they're pretty identical, except the supplies make it have a very different look. So you'll put together 1 double page layout that looks similar to this for like fall baking or Thanksgiving type of pictures, okay? And then you'll put together another layout that's more Christmas themed, like this one. Okay, so those 2 2-page layouts. And then that's what the instructions are included in that kit. And then since this is a Kill a Kit video, we're trying to use the last bits and scraps. I'll show you what I created after I made the page kits from my scraps. I had already made this layout before I decided to do this current series. So as you could tell, I just used a bunch of scraps, an ephemera, a tag, and I added a doily from my stash. Other than that, I believe most of this came from the kit. Those letter stickers might have been from my stash. And of course the white background paper. So that's how I made a layout because there was hardly any paper scraps left after you made those 2 double page layouts. So I made that one, and unfortunately I don't have a video for that, but I think if you screenshotted this, you could probably figure out what I did. Okay, so after I made all of those layouts, I am left with the following supplies. Let me go through. I had the holiday baking kit and the essentials kit here, okay? So I have a stack of branding strips, a couple, like 1 tag and the top of another tag, and this piece of paper. This is all that's left of it. That's it for the paper. Then I have these little gingerbread men buttons. I have a few pieces of ephemera left from the ephemera pack, and I'm gonna open it up and pull them out right here. Okay. I have this set of foam stickers that came in the essentials kit. I have this set of foam stickers that came in the page kit, and then I have this sticker sheet, which I haven't even touched yet, that was in the essentials kit. So we've got lots of embellishments, not a lot of paper, but I'm going to show you some fun things to do when you're just down to the scraps like this. I'm probably not going to make a layout with the things that I make today, but instead I'm going to show you how to make cute embellishment clusters that you can put on any layout using some of these things. So let's just jump right in. I have a couple of ideas. One of my ideas is to just alter these tags, so or at least this tag, so that it's all ready to put on a layout when it's time. So I will just trim it up and punch the hole out. I've mainly got stuff for more of the fall looking stuff, but this is kind of a Christmas-y tag. It has gifts on the back, which I don't want to use. So I'm gonna make it look almost like holiday baking. I'm going to grab stuff that could be fall or Christmas. First, I'm gonna grab some of these that look more Christmassy. like this branding strip. It has a little bit of red in here. So I'm just gonna cut it and just down to using scraps. And I'm gonna cut it short, put it right there and adhere it down. I'm not even thinking really much about what I'm doing because I'm just gonna start piling things on it. And if I overthink things, then it will take a really long time. So I like to do stuff like this when I am not in the mood to make a layout, but I want to be creative. Maybe you could even sit in front of the television and work on this. Yeah. So, or when you just don't feel like getting a whole layout or don't have time for a whole layout, maybe you could do something similar to what I'm going to show you today. Just put a couple stickers on there. Let's see. I feel like a lot of these are fall themed, so it's hard to really pull a lot of those stickers in, but these few that I'm getting are definitely could be any baking layouts, so they can work on a Christmassy tag here. And then what I really would like to do is get a few things that would be more Christmas. For instance, this little gingerbread man. I think I like the red one. I'm not sure where to put him yet. I might just overlap him down here. Take off these spoons. Like I said, I'm not really thinking ahead, so you got to be kind of flexible when you're adhering things, and just know that maybe you might be pulling it off. There, that's pretty cute. Just gonna leave these open. I would really love to put one of these mixers, but I want to pay attention to what's on the back here. So maybe I should cut out what I want to reuse that's on the back here. I would like to use maybe these two. So I've cut out the two that I want to save. The rest of this, I don't mind if I fussy cut off the back. In which case I am going to cut one of these mixers, and I think I'm going to fussy cut the red mixer because I think that will look cute on this little card that I'm embellishing. And then once I get this done, like this little card will be the perfect embellishment to throw on the layout. It's already done, and it'll just make a layout come together really quickly. And I'm changing my mind here. Okay. So I'm just layering up and adhering down so that this tag is ready to go the next time that I want to make a layout about holiday baking. I am going to get some red and white baker's twine and tie that in there too. The baker's twine, a roll of baker's twine did come with this kit. But I'm not sure. This might have been a different roll that I have in my stash because I might have used all of the one that came in this kit. So I'm just folding my baker's twine in thirds, feeding it through here. And then tying a knot. And I'll add a little bit of glue so it doesn't come loose. Okay, and then we've got one little tag to use as an embellishment. Another thing that you can do is I'm going to take this journaling card that was one of my scraps, and I'm going to turn it into a frame because I really like the way that sometimes you can buy chipboard embellished frames, like different manufacturers make them. Usually they're made out of chipboard, not cardstock, and they're usually like embellished in different layers. And I always think they're so cute, but you can easily make your own out of scraps. So I'm gonna do that here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut by hand that little piece. So it still looks like that. So now it's ready to frame a picture, but I am gonna, of course, embellish it with some layers. So this again looks fairly Christmassy. We can put our gingerbread on it. Let's see. I have all of these to fussy cut. I may as well fussy cut this other little mixer and probably the rolling pin, and I think those will pop off of the red nicely. Okay, so I have a mixer, a rolling pin, the gingerbread man. Not sure, maybe I want a different color gingerbread man. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe this teal one will look cute. And then I like this right here that says baking, and these are all attached. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them apart because I only want one ticket. I don't want the whole entire border. So I've got to somehow figure out how to layer these things up. Like that. Up here. I think I can layer across the bottom the gingerbread man. And that will be a cute little frame to frame a picture. So I'll just get the rest of this adhered, and to keep that sticker that's hanging over the edge from being sticky on the back, we can just add a little bit of powder. So we'll just use a powder tool and flip this over. It's just powder in here. You could use baby powder if you don't have one of these little powder tools, but that makes the sticker not sticky on the back. So it's not sticking to everything, because since we're not putting this on a layout right away. And then I'll just adhere the gingerbread man down, and that's a cute little frame. And then I think I kind of want to add one more color to this frame. Trying to find it. I like this teal. So I am going to cut this branding strip apart and put a little tab at the top, and I'm going to cut it with a tab punch. If you don't have a tab punch, you can use scissors and do this and just round the corners or whatever. So I'm just going to adhere this. That looks a little tiny, so I'm going to try to punch a long tab punch. And just, this looks better, I think. Yes, I like that one better. And now I have a cute photo frame ready to go on my layout. The next thing that I have here that I set to the side was a journaling card, and I think I probably could keep it like a journaling card. That looks nice to me. I'm gonna try to punch another one of these out of this branding strip because I like the color, and then I feel like all three of these things that I made could maybe coordinate on a layout. You know, these and this. I'm not sure where I want that yet. So I've already used the red one. I've already used the teal one. I have dark pink or light pink. I think I'll use a light pink one. And then I might just kind of layer up a few things up here maybe. Okay, I've got some little baking cups and a little heart. I'm gonna start adhering the little pieces that I do have so far so I can see what's happening and everything isn't moving around on me. I'm gonna pop those baking cups up with foam tape and get this guy on there. I would love to wrap some twine around this because we have twine. I also have these. Not sure about those yet. I'm gonna wrap the twine around probably this direction. Three times. Just like this. And just tie an itty bitty little bow. And get a dot of glue on there so it doesn't come untied and it sticks nicely. And there we have a cute little journaling card. So this is what I like to do with scraps. Some other options are, if you have, let's see, you can punch shapes that you know that you like to use over and over again out of scratch paper, such as just punch a bunch of labels or a bunch of hexagons. Unfortunately, none of this paper is really patterned for me to do that with, so that really won't work in this instance, but that is another idea. I'm gonna make this into a tag. I know it used to be a tag and it got cut short of being a tag, so we can make it back into a tag. I will do that with a white piece of paper, and I will just adhere this to the white sheet of paper and then cut it to the exact size that I want my tag. Oh, I don't know if I would like the ivy side or this candy side showing for my tag. I think I like the ivy side showing, so I will adhere that down just like this. I must have cut the bottom portion of this tag off to use on one of the layouts that I made, so that's why it's just left with this top portion. And just like that, we easily have another tag. I can add things to it the same way that I added to this tag, but I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to move on to some other ideas, just like how we did in the in another video. I'm gonna make some branding strip clusters, and I like this side and this side, so I'm just gonna cut this one exactly in half so I can use both sides. And I'm gonna make some little clusters. So these are gonna be not so much the Christmas theme, but more of the holiday theme, the things that we're gonna work on next. I will make some of these little branding strip clusters. I think, what one should I make? This one. I really love this word gather, so I think that's gonna be the base. I'm gonna basically make it like a whole title with this word gather. So I'm gonna have to put the gather, since it's rather long, I'm gonna put it on this long strip. And then I can layer up some of these other ones. Like I'd like the yellow to kind of show in the back there, and the brown to be under there. Okay. And I guess I'm making, no, I don't need that. I would like to put something sticking out from behind the gather. I would like it to be flowers. So I knew there was some flowers in here. I like those up there. You know, instead of this, I want to save this one to make another little strip, because I've got all of these stickers down here. I can use a piece of this. And I don't know if I want it over the top or underlapping from the bottom. Oh, I really like it underlapping from the bottom. So what I'm gonna need to do is put this on here, sticking out of the bottom, and then come back here, and in all of these parts where it's sticky, I'm gonna add some powder. And now nothing is sticky on the back of here, so it's not going to be sticking on everything. I really like the house back there. Some of these bigger pieces of embellishments are really good for this. So I'm gonna put the house in there. I would like to add a heart or two on here. I know that there are hearts. And this one says, I sure love my family. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna be done with this one. And then I've got these to use for another one. I think I will put, got that little label. I wonder, I kind of like the turkey. It's pretty cute. And this might be just a little smaller cluster than this big one, just a little accent cluster. So we'll do that. We'll pop the turkey up on some foam tape. Cutting board can be a nice grounding for the turkey. Okay. To kind of get it to coordinate with this, I want to make sure that we add in a little of this blue color. So we can put that down there. That way I feel like it could be used on the same layout as our gather cluster. We might need a little piece of the brown scallop sticker as well to try to make these two be together. I'm gonna put a little bit of this brown up there and see what it looks like. I'm just gonna cut about 3.5 little scallops. Okay, I think that that's pretty good for these. I had an idea as I was making this that I might want to add some doilies to these to kind of just dress them up a little. So I'm gonna get some doilies out of my stash. And pretty much doilies are fairly, you know, fairly easy to find. Usually we have a few in our stash that can just be easily grabbed to add to one of these clusters. So I'm gonna add a couple doilies there. And then the last thing that I'm going to make, I'm just going to, I think I just want to embellish a doily. I think that would be really cute. I'm just gonna grab a doily and embellish it without the strips of paper. So let me grab another one. So now I have a doily. I'm going to add this sticking out just a little. I'm gonna pop up a stove, I think, on it, because this stove is way too big. So I'll pop up a stove on it and an apron. Can I stick an apron in there? Yeah, that's really cute. I wonder if I can get some flowers either behind it or on it. I'm gonna put the flowers behind it right here. I'm gonna grab another heart to put somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm gonna set it here for now, but I might need to adjust that in a minute because I am gonna get some of these little phrases down here. In the kitchen, I'll put in the kitchen on there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move that little heart. In the kitchen, I'm making it say quality time in the kitchen. Okay, I put the little grater and the oven mitt up there just to kind of embellish that little corner a bit. And I'm gonna go ahead to the back of here and get all the sticky off of all these stickers so that this isn't sticking to everything. Okay guys, so I made 3 little fall embellishment doily clusters. And if you didn't want to use doilies, if you wanted it to be more masculine, because of course we're not just for boys and usually our things are pretty masculine and not really floral-y, you could cut a big hexagon shape out of a cool scrap of pattern paper left from your kit and use a hexagon in place of the doily or something to that effect. So I've got, you know, a couple different ideas of what to do with scraps of embellishments. If you have scraps of paper, you can even just take the scraps of paper and cut them with fringed scissors. So you just have a lot of fringe waiting to be used on a layout, especially if you just have like little scraps of paper left. Just simply fringe them up and then they'll be all ready to go. You can cut hexagons, whatever punches or die cuts that you use often. Yeah, I think this about wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you are inspired to continue working with teeny little scraps that are left in your kit that you feel like could make nothing, because they can make embellishments for your next pages. So thanks guys, see you soon in a couple more hours. Bye.